Jade sini tone puome dike na na mekene o.
Omemwa nyibidike o. Omemwa nyibidike o. Omemwa nyibidike o. Chibiogo mona rekene.
Omemba nyibidike o. Omemba nyibidike o. Omemba nyibidike o. Chibiogo mona rekene o.
Omemwa nyibidike o. Omemwa nyibidike o. Omemwa nyibidike o. Chibiogo mona rekene. Chibiogo mona rekene. Chibiogo mona rekene. Chibiogo mona rekene. Chibiogo mona rekene.
Omemba nyibidike o. Omemba nyibidike o. Omemba nyibidike o. Chindi nna na rekene. Omemba nyibidike o. Omemba nyibidike o. Omemba nyibidike o. Chindi ogo na rekene.
Omemwa nyibidike o. Omemwa nyibidike o. Omemwa nyibidike o. Chibiogo mona rekene.
Ine jeba asisi eje na o. Ine mi asisi eme na o. Ine gozi umugi chindi ogo na rekene o.
Omemwa nyibidike o. Omemwa nyibidike o. Omemwa nyibidike o. Chibiogo mona rekene.
Jade sini tone puome dike na na mekene o.
Omemwa nyibidike o. Omemwa nyibidike o. Omemwa nyibidike o. Chibiogo mona rekene.
Omemba nyibidike o. Omemba nyibidike o. Omemba nyibidike o. Chindi ogo na rekene o.
Omemwa nyibidike o. Omemwa nyibidike o. Omemwa nyibidike o. Chibiogo mona rekene.
Chindi ogo na rekene.
Chibiogo mona rekene.
Jade sini tone puome.
Chibiogo mona rekene.
Chindi ukumu na rekene.
Chibiogo mona rekene.
Chindi ogo na rekene.
Chibiogo mona rekene.
Good morning, viewers all over the world. Egwe nrokita bụ egwu si na ngalaba na-afụ gbasara mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo Ugochi tubelu ọdịnala temple a na-akpọ nkwa group led by me. We have all the rights. Ọ bụrụ na like ya bụ egwu, jee na audio mark, the iTunes and the rest of them ka ịchụ anya bụ egwu maka ndị otu ya Omemba Nyibidike for the title name. For some of you that are seeing me for the first time, kpọọ mụ Ogbuefi Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu na Oraifite, ma ọ bụ ịkpọọ mụ Akajugo. Abụ m onye isi nchụaja na Ugochi tubelu ọdịnala temple. Anyị na-agba afa miri emi rụkwazi ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche. Abụkwazi m onye isi nchụaja na ọdịnala Restoration Evangelical Mission, bụrụkwa onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. So you can call me a priest or an evangelist. I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. N'ụbọchị taa n'oge awa nke isiokwu anyị ji wee bịa bụ why you should drop your slave master's name. Why you should drop your slave master's name. Before we dive into today's lecture proper, important announcements. We are still in the month of February, and our group rituals for the month is still ongoing. In Wakariki, so in Anyabaja, anywhere you are all over the world, Bakariki schools will be. Yes, this is a lie. Na jambuni enu a aje puti ihe aje sigoro ya na ya to ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ na-abụ mmụọ na-agbụ mmadụ. We have lots of testimonies, but as you all know, we don't share testimonies on social media or even in Eze-Ana TV. You know why? It's not necessary. It's not why we are here, but I can tell you the kid in aja na achụ n'igwe. Nwanne chụba aja maka na aja karịrị ọgwụ. Yes, n'isi ụtụtụ anyị ejego ori m na temple chụọ aja gọọ for kwubi okwu n'isi ndị niile sonyela ya all over the globe. Yes. then anyị ga-continue na-achụ ya bụ aja every day till the last of the month. Anyị ga-ewere ihe ọnụ na-eri eatable things jee na mmiri chụọ aja mee saraka na mmiri. Anyị gbagotazie n'elu ala na-akpọ ọkalete ndị mmiri chụọ aja ihe mmee n'aha mmadụ. Anyị chigata na temple chụọ aja to entities of powers nọ nkwuchikwuru na temple. Jeje n'ebe nchụ aja gbuo ebube mee saraka. Nwanne chụwa aja maka na aja karịrị ọgwụ. Yes, so ọ bụrụ na ị dị interested in iso na group ritual, ihe anyị ga-eme bụ forward ya 3 prayer requests anyị na-edebe n'altar na-achụ aja na-aga ụfọdụ ekwubi okwu n'isi gị throughout the month. You make token donation to the account number. Chat them na WhatsApp. Agwa gị other details we need for you in order to book you. Ọ bụkwa na o nwere ajụjụ ị nwere na nkụzi ya ma ọ bụ na ịchọ ka agbaala gị afa mmiri, chat me on WhatsApp 0805 78 37672. I repeat 0805 78 37672 or 0813 8243 871. I repeat 0813 8243 871. Let's now proceed. Remember the topic of today: why you should drop your slave master's name. And I'm here to remove bandage from your eyes. Let me tell you why you should drop the slave master's name. Yes, I know this particular lecture will not go down to some people very well, especially ndị ụka anyarị. Mana eziokwu asị na ya si ekwu n'ekwu. So ọnwa ajụjụ inwe na nkụzi ya chat ya m na WhatsApp. Nke bụ eziokwu ka m gwa gị nye brief history of etu ndị anyarị si wee bịa n'obodo a and ihe bụ their primary intention. Yes, I'm not against religion, but what I want to tell you is that na nkodi na mba na-eghere mba nne. O nwere ka ị ga-esi hapụ ihe agbụrụ gị ji wee dị ebube and you think that you go far. Yes, my calling book and the Bible chigata back to our root. Embrace ihe obodo unu ji wee dị ebube. Nwere ihe obodo unu n'usoro ndị bụ unu ji dị ebube wee fee Chukwu okike pụrụ ime ihe niile na Chukwu okike na-aza mba niile nọ n'elu ụwa. Ekpere. The Chinese people, the Indians, ha na-efe chi nke ala ha n'usoro culture ha, and they are progressing massively because no n'usoro ala na culture ụlọ unu ji eji wee kụziere ụmụ ụlọ ihe gbasara moral ka e wee nwee ike nwee high moral value. You see what is happening in Africa now, especially in Igbo. The high moral value eji wee mara agbụrụ anyị has decayed. High moral value, high dị ebube, we have lost everything because the foundation, the fabric, what made us take the high moral value that is embedded in our tradition and culture has been discarded for selfish reasons. In the 18th century, the first missionaries that came to this part of the world is the Portuguese. They came to Africa, to Nigeria. Their propagation, they are preaching Basalo Chinken Danyari. Chinken Danyari, and about Jesus. They approach our forefathers with message of Jesus. Now Jesus na Zokuta, no Buchuku. Then I have no. Now before I be that you already know God. Now you will think Alani. Now before I be na anyị weburu ndị Igbo na-aza ndị a na-akpọ ụmụ Chukwu, children of Chukwu, children of Almighty Father. So how can you say that people recognize the existence of the supreme head, the God head, Chukwu amụrụ ya? Nkụ dị na mba na-eghe mba niile. So anyị nwere ụmụ Chukwu, anyị nwere arọ Chukwu. Ịghọtara ya? So anyị maara Chukwu before ha bịa. So they couldn't penetrate. They went back to the drawing board. This second missionary, they drafted the British people with huge acumen, or will I call it deceit, or will I call it brainwashing. They came with another format. No apologies to anyone. In this 18th century, 1885, the second missionary group came. For the first group called RCM, then the name they came to this part of the world with is RCM, meaning Roman Catholic Mission. RCM, Roman Catholic Mission. Why I want to digress a little, for me to lay foundation so that you understand where I'm coming from. People that understand my teaching, that I normally like to teach in a way that even if you are a toddler, you're able to understand me. Because I understand that many people are on different spiritual cadre. So what am I saying? Now they came, the Catholics drafted the person called Shanahan, because of how he worked so hard to derail our people based on the foreign teaching he came with. They later promoted him and made him a bishop, known and addressed today as Bishop Shanahan. If you go to the Holy Trinity Onitsha, the Ipere Onitsha, where they came from, ị ga-afụ ebe bilduru ya na-akpọ Shanahan Hall, Bishop Shanahan Hall, in his memory. The same thing for the other group called CMS, meaning Church Missionary Society, known today as Anglican Church. They came, they drafted the man called Samuel Ajay Crowder. But to cut the whole story short, he was later made a bishop, known and addressed as Bishop Ajay Crowder, before he passed on. Now, these two people and the other ones, they came with another format. The format is that instead of knowing fully well that they cannot penetrate into our spirituality using our fathers, this time around, they focus on children with their religion. Have you seen why Chinese forbid people from teaching them, children, their faith? So they learned from what happened to us. So what these people did is that they came to villages. They told our fathers, release their children so that they will come to school to learn how to read and write. I want to tell you why you should not trust these people. Ndanya, that brought this obere. What they said about the Bidono Mazi convince your children, including my left father. Happy I can't do case I go case because my left father go standard 6. So whoever na out of thoughts, they release their children. Come haja nwata amami ihe akwụkwọ. Mana ha maro na nda nwere another plan, no another format ka haji. If you send your child to come and learn how to read and write, they will use the opportunity to teach your child their religion, which is their primary mission. So they came to our people with deceit. Religion has nothing to do with development. Yes, yes. What religion does is that religion is a group of people that came to propagate their faith and what they believe in. So some religion will now carry their personal, the way they live life in their place, put it under religion and keep propagating it. Like if it's in Igbo spirituality and culture, we have high moral values that embedded in Nso. Asegi, ihe a bụ nsọ ala, don't do it. So it helps people to have high moral values. So, but these people came and they started fighting us by inapwa ihe iji wee dị ebube. That our cultural heritage, our cultural values. Ihe mere anyị ji nwatakịrị pụta enwere ike ịnọkọta saa nne ya okwu in rude manner. Ụmụazị nwere egwu mgbe nwatakịrị na-ekwe o. When children respect their parents as God, as their God, earthly God, because your parents is the God you are seeing. You cannot say you are respecting God without respecting your parents. So what actually happened is that they came because their intention is to catch children, catch them young, knowing fully well that those children will become fathers of tomorrow in their system. So the Catholic group form what is known and called block rosary. Rosary they pray after block. Block rosary. Rosary they pray block after block. That is why they move what we call shifting prayer. I was brought up and trained by those Catholic faiths. I used to be a block rosary member then when I was small. So we used to go what is called block rosary. Sometimes we do shifting prayers, going from one family to another family, one block to another block. That is where they got this name, block rosary. Are you following? So, in their sister group, the Anglican faith, they went and started their own, call it APA, Anglican Prayer Association. They started with children. Their target is children. But Methodists, Pentecostal, other ones, they started their own, call it Sunday school, children's Sunday school. So their primary target is children. When they succeeded in getting children, they now build Unogu. That is why if you go to this ancient old religion, they have ancient hospitals and Unogu. They built that hospital. They came to the villages telling our fathers, so our fathers now saw them as massively. Are you following? So, these people, they came with a system. Like what my father told me. Like if that time that the whole Newi Aziz, Father Woroga, Father Keto. Father Ketora, no na St. John Cross Ebu, na Newi. Then, Manonya oversee this Mambanina, Newi local government, or Newi local government Aziz. So in Hanem, what they are doing is that they have catechists, Onyenkusioka, in different towns. So what Onyenkusioka does is that Onyenkusioka will be like the headmaster of the Unakwukwo, which they have already gone to Obi, various Obis and chiefs, telling them to make announcements so that parents will send their children for education. So if now on Sunday, who will perform the mass, the service for the day, is Onyenkusioka. That is the catechist. Will be the one that will do ofufe mass for ndị bịara ụka. So o dochazie ụka anwa ọ gwa ha okwuchukwu. So oluzie on Monday, when children will now return to school, you will begin to ask them, who among you that did not come to church yesterday on Sunday? And if you did not come, you will be penalized. They might ask you to go and start clearing the bush on the field. So in order to avoid such punishment, next Sunday you will hurry and go. If you go there, they will be telling you that you are free to disobey your parents. That if your father asks you to go and bring this and that, so that you people should go to Okummo, Emanzu, you should say no. So they are the first people that gave our late fathers and brainwashed them, gave them the idea that they can actually disobey their parents on the pretense that what their parents is telling them, idol worship. You see where they came from? So they bastardized those system of Mwatakiri Ikwe, total obedience and submissive to your parents. Because someone nne na nna na-amụta nwa sị ka o duhie nwa ya. Ihe eji wee mara agbụrụ ndị Igbo bụ irube isi. So ọ bụrụ na achọgbo ihe onye kpụrụ ihe onye na-akpụ ihe ejebe n'ụzụ. So ọ bụrụ na ịchọba the system that corrupted the mind of the youth from disobey their parents long time ago, you go back to Ndanyari, early missionaries that gave the children the impetus to disobey their parents under the guise that your father is asking you to join him in traditional practices. Remember this about so they are not here for our own good at all. Yes. So as they progress at a time, our fathers, when they begin to pass on, children are no longer interested in taking over where their fathers stop. Like if I always give you my teaching, I normally cite example from what happened to me or in my family. My late father told me that at a stage, he began to lose interest in traditional practices. Because my grandfather was a great man, a herbalist, and also title holder. So he was over the years, he has been grooming my father to be the successor. So after my father was trained by the church people under this school 6 curriculum then, known as Standard 6 then, Ukonye Nkuzi. Then my father decided to disobey his own parents based on that advice given to him by Onye Nkuzi Okia. Are you following? When my grandfather was about to die, he called my father and handed everything, including the family staff of 4, to my late father. So my father then decided no, to do what? To discard everything, and he threw everything into the bush. My father told me this. After a while, he told me that he did this before he even got married to my mom. At a stage, he was like, that this of all thing might be stopped in the future. Before he went there, they have set that bush ablaze. So he told me this when I was still in charismatic. So I couldn't see anything even with that. But later, when they passed on, that offer began to give problem in the family. And today I have to retrieve the offer back. Yes, and once I retrieved the offer back, all the lost things we experienced in the family began to come back. So what I'm saying is that these people, they came with the deceit all over. That is what I want to establish. Then coming, they came and they demonized everything that concerns us, including our name. That's why I asked you to discard these the people. Drop your slave master's name. They came. You are Mwanyang. They came and asked you, why must you answer Mwanyang? They gave you a name in the name of baptism. The parents that gave birth to you have all the right to name their child. But they came with a message that you stop naming your children all these things, that they prefer those foreign names. That is breathless, that is meaningless, that will not even add anything to who you are. Let me tell you, name is not just anything. Afọ onye na-edu ya. Afọ onye na-edu ya. Yes, all this and no peace. Afọ onye na-edu ya. Some of these names you people are bearing, though, is baseless, is meaningless. Somebody came to me the other day, was telling me that he used to see snakes in the dreams. And I asked her, what is your name? He told me that his name is, her name is Maureen. And I laughed. What is the meaning of Maureen? Maureen simply means small snake. You are named Snake, small snake. Why can't you be seeing snake in your dreams? Yes, because they are namesake. Drop your slave master's name, because some of these names you are bearing is meaningless. Yes. Okay, sometimes they name you John Paul. Paul simply means obere. John means ononsi. That is obere ononsi, John Paul. And you know, my own name, let me use myself as an example. I normally like using myself as an example. Look at me, I'm 6.2 feet tall. It simply means that I'm not small whatsoever in any parameter at all. I'm 6.2 feet tall. Now, and my native name that was given to me when immediately I was born, it's Chukwu Nonyelum. God be with me. But Mary, there is no Mary then. Then, aside this beautiful name given to me, now I may be no. In the name of baptism, and I was baptized and I was renamed Paul. What is the meaning of Paul? Paul simply means small. And I ask you, look at me, 6.2 feet tall. Do I look small? Why must you name me small? And I believe in me. When the consciousness became high, I took my time to analyze this my name. And I found out that this my name is actually responsible for all the challenges I have been facing. Because I can bear Paul, which is small. And all my efforts, what I normally get all those wise is both small things. I walk like elephant, I will eat like ant. That has been what I'm experiencing. All those years, I keep answering that name. Little. Because Paul simply means little. So, but when I came back to my root, I discovered that keep answering this name, Paul means little. It's like me, Marijakia, they press you down. That name does not befit me. And I dropped that name. And I went back to pick that my original name that was given to me, which is Chukwu Nonyelum. And from that day, I discarded my slave master's name, began to answer my native name. God has always been with me. I have been moving from strength to strength. I don't know what you are passing through, but I can tell you, na afọ onye na-edu ya. Afọ onye na-edu ya. So, it's not right for you to abandon that native name that has meaning. Some of these foreign names you are answering, some is Italian, some is from Greek, some is from German. The real reason why people that formulated that name in German, the original where the name originated from, they don't know reason why they formulated it. Okay, look at you. You're a woman. You are answering Linda. You know the meaning of Linda? Beautiful snake. And you will be telling me that you are seeing snake pursuing you everywhere in your dream. Yes. So watch the meaning of names you are hearing. Some of these foreign names you are seeing is meaningless. Anyway, you can ask Peter. What is Peter? Okute. So sometimes know what you are bearing as name. You are giving name Chinyere, Ngozi Chukwuka, Ifeanyi Chukwu, Chukwuemeka. You leave these beautiful names. I'm answering John Paul. Oberu nonsense. Small toilets. Doesn't make any sense. So you are now seeing reason why you should drop your slave master's name. Some of our fathers, yes, our early fathers of these people that even fought for our independence, in the person of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. Let me tell you what will shock you. Do you know that Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, his names, full names with English name, is before is Benjamin? Do you know? You don't know that Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe threw away his English name, Benjamin. That is why you will not be seeing Benjamin in his name. You only see Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. Have you asked yourself why is it that the people like Bono Jike refuses to answer English name? So our early fathers, some of them abandoned their English name when they came into consciousness. The true meaning of names. One of them made you a married in the person of Eze-Ana Uchokafo. Lulu. He told story about his life. He said that when he was with Indo Kobia, he was given name Daniel. And after regaining consciousness, he counted that he has fallen 3 times. Daniel. Until he now removed Daniel from his name. Begin to answer only Uche Chukwu Okafor. That is when the will of God, Uche Chukwu, began to happen in his life. I don't know what they are saying, but I can tell you, this our slave masters does not like us at all. Their intention, still all the highest of it all. These people are the same people that came, deceived our fathers, some with ordinary meal, and rest of them with so many receipts. Some they bought our fathers by fire by force as businessmen just to enrich themselves. They did all this, and they will still come back and give you the names of their fathers for you to bear. Do you think they love you more than your own lineage? What I can tell you that slave masters' name, you cannot celebrate them after what we pass through under slave trade. Yes, and they still give you a name you will be on earth. After onye na-edu gị, somebody's names follows you. So make sure that any name you bear is meaningful, because the name you bear on earth is very significant. It means the name, Ejirimalo, the purpose you have given to your life here on earth. So drop your slave master's name, go and pick native name. If you don't have native name, go and pick one now. Now afa gị ga-achọta gị, afa ndị nna nna gị ejima gị. I don't want to start mentioning those names, but you can go to Google and Google their name, those slave masters' name, and you will be shocked with the emptiness and meaningless of those names you are bearing. Believe in me. So go back to your native name. Those are beautiful names like Chidalo, Mmasi Chukwu, Ebere Chukwu, Olu Chukwu, Olu Ebube. Go and pick it. So my message today, drop your slave master's name. Acknowledge what you were there. All because na bidoro drop our real names, our slave master's name, we lose our identity. For somebody na Joseph John. Joseph John, you will not even know that this Joseph John of Igbo. You have lost your identity. Mane ga afọ onye Yoruba, ọ na-aza Oluwatosin Tunde. Anywhere you hear that name all over the world, you know that he's a Yoruba man. I'm proud of them. But we in Igbo, you go there and be answering name like Peter Johnson. How can somebody trace you by answering Peter Johnson to your root? You are denying your root. Your root will be protect you. So my advice today, if you are one of those people that are bearing your slave master's name, please drop it. For your own good, I'm only advising you as a spiritualist. And when the negative impact, those negative names, you are bearing that is meaningless. Yes, especially when you Google your name and you find out that the meaning is not where what you want to be, and the meaning will not catapult you to your vision. Drop it for your own good. All because na ha succeed na ịnapụ ya rename ihe iji dị ebube. Ebe a ka ha si wee banye wee napụpụzie gị other common sense. Napụpụzie gị our culture anyị, ihe anyị ji dị ebube. Mezie anyị today in Africa, enwezi homo, enwe lesbianism, enwe all manner of people which ihe na-asọ ntị oyi mgbe anyị bụ ihe anyị bụ. Mana anapụghị ihe anyị ji wee dị ebube. Lesizie anyị adaka n'ọnụ enwe. Anyị wee bụrụ mmadụ wee na-amadụgharị. Kedu ihe m na-ekwu maka ya? Ihe m na-ekwu maka ya bụ drop that your slave master's name. It is the first move. It's the first move. Like me, I have dropped my slave master's name. Now, if I have any child, now, I will name the child only native name. Yes. because that English name is not even leading you well. So let me stop here. If you have any question in today's lecture, chat me on WhatsApp 0805 78 37672. I repeat 0805 78 37672. Or 0813 8243 871. I repeat 0813 8243 871. Kena no metu aka na share button. Share ya ka nwanne gị ma nwanna gị no from the horse's mouth. Ka ị na-eme nke a ka Chukwu Okike pụrụ ime ihe niile gọzie gị ma gọzie gị. I pray that you be protected. I pray that you be favored. I pray that you be blessed. N'aha Chukwu Okike nke pụrụ ime ihe niile. Onye ike niile si n'aka ya bịa. See you tomorrow n'oge awa nke eziokwu. Ọ bụrụ na ọnwa egburu oje eji wee chụ aja, emechaa na ọ ya ekwu ome. Udo dịrị unu.